Hello everyone, today I'm very excited to be testing something new. I've seen some beautiful work created with this medium and I just need to try it out for myself and share my experience with you, pros and cons and how I kept within my style while stepping out of my comfort zone. After having had the opportunity to use them a handful of times in the past, I was delighted to receive this set of pastel colours, which aligns so well with the muted tones I like to use in my work. You might have guessed it, today I am testing these alcohol markers by Arrtx. I'm really curious, I like these as they are a transparent medium, almost like watercolor. I very often get told off for straying away from watercolor. Watercolor is my main love and I would not ever pick another medium over it. I love it. It's my form of exploration and my favorite medium. Yeah, I think I've said that. What I wanted to say today is something else also. When I test other mediums on this channel, which is something that I do in my own time as well, I don't constantly work in watercolor. I think if you look back over my older videos, you will see that I have some videos about my raw sketchbook. I think one of the videos is called the 3 sketchbook formula. I'll try and remember to link it in the description box. And it does show how I use pencils and crayons and acrylics to work very loosely in certain sketchbooks that I have. There's also something else that is very close to my heart, and I want to say I do not teach anything on this channel. I do not think that I am ever in a position to teach. What's important to me is the learning experience. So what I am sharing on my channel and with my art community is not trying to put myself in a position of being a teacher, but sharing my learning experience and learning alongside other art lovers. This is what I want for this channel. It's to create a community of art lovers, of people who are passionate about creating, about using art making as an emotional outlet. These are stressful times. They are for everyone. Life can get hard. It can get difficult at times for everyone. And I think that art is a magnificent and wonderful channel to let go of certain things that it's really hard to let go of at times. So that's why I'm here mainly, though I don't always talk about this. This is what I want to say to you today. If you're watching, that you're either watching because you are really into art supplies, probably. There's 2 categories usually, or you're watching because you want to make art and you find that same joy in making art that I do and the same release. I just wanted to appear in the videos more often. I do appear in my videos on and off, not in every single video. It's not something that I particularly want to do, but I also don't want to be one of those channels who doesn't have a face and doesn't have a connection. So you know who I am, by the way. I'm Fiona, this is my channel, and today I'm going to test alcohol markers, but I'm not going anywhere. I am still going to be doing mostly videos about watercolor. These early attempts at using alcohol markers give an insight of what drew me to them. I had never come across a marker that you could layer and see through the layers. Something that blended so smoothly it felt more like paint than a felt pen. Here it says 66 saturated colours, which to me would mean like more vibrant, but actually I think they're very pastel, but that to me is a plus because I love pastel colours. I love painting the skin and I use kind of desaturated colours for that. So that is perfect. Some colours really stand out for me, like tea rose and thistle, periwinkle, mauve shadow. There are just some beautiful names in here. Now, we'll have to see whether this will translate into my artwork. I will prepare some sketches and then I will start painting, actually markering, as I would with watercolor, because I don't know any other way, and I hope that that will work. But they do say that this kind of marker, the alcohol markers, are kind of similar to watercolor, as in you work from light to dark. So I have a few sketches prepared here, and I'm going to approach the first sketch as if I were painting with watercolour. Very often I start off my watercolour paintings with an underpainting, which kind of helps me block out the shadow areas and really helps me break the ice. And I very often use colours like purple or blue or even green for the underpainting. So I've picked up this colour, which is pale lavender, and I'm going to start using this as an underpainting for this portrait over here, and it's going to be very experimental. I know I'm going to make mistakes. I really have done minimal testing of these colours in the past, and they weren't even these exact markers, so let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed. I can confirm that these markers do indeed behave in a similar way to watercolour when it comes to layering and transparency. The underpainting shows through, which is something that I love because to me it shows the life in the skin. It reminds us of the anatomy of the human being and almost makes the portrait look more alive. These specific markers are all very light. They are pastel, so that should be expected. So it's hard to build up darker tones. But you can make certain areas deeper in value just by going over them time and time again. And I didn't have any issue with like the paper ripping, which can happen with other markers that are more aggressive on the paper. So again, we go back to the layering technique we use in watercolor. So for me, it was a very intuitive process and one that made the experience very easy, though I did struggle a bit when I added too much blush to the cheeks of certain portraits. But there's a transparent marker in the set and you can use that to blend, and I definitely did put that to good use. The biggest downside to the markers is that they soak through to the other side of the page, right through the paper, so please don't use them on the back of a page that holds a special sketch or painting because it will get very stained. So it's the day after. I had to stop working, and I will probably say this in the voiceover, compared to watercolour, it is a piece of cake. It's really easy to layer. I don't want to go into too much detail because I will probably be saying most things in the voiceover, as I've just said. But it's, I think, very easy to work with these colours. They layer, so you can build up value by layering them, just like you do with watercolour. And they are very predictable the way they go down. The colours you see on the back of the pen, of the marker, are actually the colours you end up getting on the paper. So you can see this is kind of very similar to what is on the back of the marker. And it's all colours that I really usually love to work with anyway, all muted kind of pastel colours, and it has that transparency that watercolour has. It doesn't have that opacity that I don't like. I would say they're like kind of almost watercolour in a marker. It is fun to switch mediums now and then. It's something that I like doing. I like experimenting with different textures. I plan to do that now and then. My main love will always be watercolour, but I think it helps me in my creative process as well to sometimes do something different. There is a black in this set of markers, and I ended up reaching for it often because, as mentioned, the only other way to work my way to darker values was by layering a lot. I feel that in the first portrait this kind of threw things off balance a little, as everything is so light and kind of cotton candy or candy floss coloured that this very strong black disturbs that dreamy aesthetic and the cohesive look of the piece. So even though I did use it in the following portraits, I tried to go easy with it or it would definitely overwhelm everything. I will take this opportunity kind of like a little ad break to let you know that if you like this kind of content and would like to get so much more of it, you can join my art community online to get live and recorded sketching and painting sessions every week, plus behind the scenes. You just need to check the description box below this video to find out how to become part of this fantastic group of art lovers from all corners of the world. We really have so much fun together. Feel free to join our Facebook group too, and definitely sign up to my newsletter to get all the updates. Do it all. I really promise you won't regret it. This third portrait shows that you can overwork a piece even with these markers, so take it easy if, like me, you like adding extra blush to the cheeks. And just like watercolour, there is no going back or correcting mistakes. Unlike watercolour though, these markers do offer so much more control, so they're a safe bet if you just want to have some fun without all the stress of messing things up. I ended up switching from my Moleskine sketchbook, which was where I did the first 3 portraits, to my art creation sketchbook for the last portrait. It has thinner paper and I wanted to see if it would hold up and how the markers would work on it, and I have to say I almost preferred it to the Moleskine. I think it kind of absorbed the ink more evenly. This said, I will leave you to watch what's left of the footage. There is a 10% discount on these markers in the links below this video. Please let me know in the comments if you use these markers or if you are a watercolour purist. As always, thank you so much for being here. Every review and comment and like helps boost the algorithm and allows more people who might love this content to actually get to see it. I will see you all next week. Stay creative and bye for now.